last time you found an inn or a pub, and you just asked around. The pixies that worked there, they talked. They gave you quite some information. They knew where Merlin was, and it's starting to get early in the morning now, and you know you need to go to the forest up north. Because that's where Merlin is. We'll just say that Dr. Evans looked too deep in the glass and is way too drunk to go anywhere. Because he didn't show up. So, what do you guys want to do?
I suppose we need to figure out how we're getting north. Because that car does not want to go.
We kind of left it in a field.
Yeah, you did.
We did.
And that was like a one-time use thing, right?
The only thing you tried is if it was able to drive normally, like a normal actual car.
Okay.
I suppose we could see if it teleports again. Just a shorter distance this time.
But what about... Well, you know, what about your new friend's friends? And I point at the large wolfy dog that's slobbering outside the window or wherever you've left it.
As soon as you try to find the large slobbery doggy dog, it's not there anymore.
Oh no!
Oh, puppy!
I'm sorry. Sorry. It was almost starting to look like a normal pet for a while there.
Yeah.
I mean, just about a little bit.
Almost.
Hopefully now Philippa can focus on the task at hand.
Is it still nighttime?
No, it's morning.
Aye, good.
And Philippa, you now remember something about bargests.
Okay.
They do not like the light.
Okay.
They are nocturnal beings.
Yeah. Okay. Guys, I think we're probably okay. Those the puppies tend to not like to be out during the daytime. So we might be okay.
Okay. So movement during day. Good.
That's not to
Does
say
like my phone work?
else.
Sorry?
Can I get like a compass? Do I have does my phone work? Do I have like a compass or something that can like
Well,
point us in that direction?
all real life things all things that are actually here. So we did establish that.
Okay.
Even though there's magic, there's also still technology.
Cool. I'm gonna try to like find out where exactly in like this forest that we are and like how close in proximity we are to was it like the North Forest or something like that? Like where we're supposed to go find Merlin.
Yeah, it was a forest up north.
Okay,
Not too far from where you are now.
Okay. When you say not too far, do you mean like genuinely not too far or like, oh, it's not too far and then we're walking for like 2 hours?
Is 2 hours far then? I mean, you're American.
About 6
2
miles.
hours for you is not far, is it?
Oh, walk, yeah.
That's about 6
walk.
miles. Yeah, that's okay. We can put our chance to dice, perhaps, and see if we could summon a new mount. Philippa must have some good experience of animals that we could
ride into the forest.
Yes.
I think that sounds like fun.
Great.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna say that. I was like, I'm with you, Kat. I don't think that we should walk either. Philippa, we couldn't ride that doggy friend of yours, but surely there's something. Surely you've got something up your sleeve that could turn into, I don't know, like an elephant or a camel or, I don't know, something.
If I don't have to ruin my boots, I would like to.
They're really lovely boots.
And she froze.
I mean, it could be worse. It wasn't. Okay,
Sam froze.
let's save.
Oh no.
Let's save Sam's. Hang on a second. She'll be dropping out in a second.
Yeah.
There you go. I'll just knock Sam off so she's not gopping into the camera. There we go. Right, Sam. When you come back, I'll get you back in frame just to. Hopefully, just a temporarily Discord thing.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Okay, so we're standing.
Yeah,
we're looking for Philippa at this point and just like waiting expectantly for something to save us from the drudgery of having to walk across country for 6 miles.
Okay. And I'm just...
totally did your spell users and magic users and what?
Yeah, okay, so... Oh. And then there were 2? What just happened?
Apparently it was a Discord thing.
And Croy's muted?
The Discord thing happening.
Yeah, because we all fell away.
Yeah, it definitely. Discord definitely like disconnected me completely. I was like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah, you were talking and then suddenly you froze. So, and they all thought, what happened to Kat? She just stands there completely
shocked at the prospect of having to get her shoes manky.
My brain just shut down while I was processing all the ways I could get around not ruining my shoes.
Yeah, that was the trigger word, shoes. Well, you were trying to find a way to not walk. In a world where you guys can use magic and stuff, so...
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
But we all know about operating in our specialities.
But...
Yeah. Okay, so I guess I'm trying to summon something that will carry us to wherever it is that we need to go.
Then I would say cast a spell.
Alrighty.
Without disadvantage, because I would assume you are trying to summon animals.
Yeah. So 2d6s?
Yes.
8.
Choose 2.
My solution becomes somebody else's problem. And the magic affects far more than you intended.
You're trying to summon animals.
Yeah.
How are we going to fill this in that it becomes someone else's problem?
I mean...
The rest of us get cantankerous animals, but you get a really good one. That's really placid and biddable.
Yeah.
You suddenly you cast a spell and a sound emits from your hand instead of normal like stars or lights or anything. And after a few seconds, you see 3 creatures flying towards you.
Nice. Hey. Well done. What are those then?
What the hell?
And the 3 of them land, and you recognize one of them.
Oh, it's the griffin.
Hello.
It's your friend, Cat.
Oh, hi. I bow graciously to it.
Hello, my friends.
Whoa, you talk.
Well, yeah, she cast a spell on me that I can talk, didn't you?
Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, I'm back. That was Sam, the player, forgetting that happened. I remember now. Kat didn't forget that. Okay.
Yeah. The only problem is, my owner was just trying to get on my back to go home. So yeah.
Oh,
I'm sure they'll get over it.
or back from under it. Did they have a nasty fall? I assume that
We weren't flying yet.
that's good to hear.
But I think she has a problem now getting to Pigsmoke.
I'm sure she'll be fine. Would you mind
I hope so too.
helping us track down Merlin?
You found where he is?
We have a
really good
relative idea of where we think he is, based off of where he was, kind of know, like, last seen, his last whereabouts, but we're not sure. We're wondering if you could assist.
Yeah, sure, I can assist. Let me introduce you to my 2 friends here. They can help you too.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hi.
I'm Kat. Pleasure to meet you. And I bow to both of them.
This is Sparkles and Beefy.
Hello.
I didn't pick the names.
Hello, Sparkles and Beefy. My name's Jonas, and very pleased to meet you both. And I bow somewhat quizzically, knowing that these things could probably just rip my head off if they decided to, and just, yeah, not really wanting that to happen.
And they also take a bow.
They're
Philippa.
very nice creatures, as long as you treat them with respect.
Thank you for answering my summons. I'm Philippa. And she just kind of ducks her head.
Yeah, sorry about the screeching. They didn't get that spell of yours.
Yeah.
So, you want to climb on my back? And he lies down. The other 2 follow him.
Sure, thank you. I guess
Thank
we
you.
get on.
I lock on to my bestie. I like get myself comfortable.
And you try to get on Buttercup, because I believe that was the
Yeah.
name they've given him.
Buttercup. Sparkles, Beefy, and Buttercup. That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I am absolutely on Buttercup.
Well, where to now?
We're going to the forest in the north. I'm guessing that's the right way. That was the last that we heard. Nothing else more specific than the forest up in the north.
Okay, hold on tight. And please, do not pick any of my feathers out.
Oh, that's absolutely disrespectful. Why would I do something like that?
Well, when we start flying, some
appreciative of
people
the
start
ride.
to get afraid and just randomly start pulling out stuff.
Oh, yeah.
He flies up.
I'll choke you at best. Like, wrap my hands around his neck.
Oh, sir, please.
Okay, sorry.
Hey, you start
I wasn't ready
flying,
to take off.
and you are pretty fast, pretty high. I mean, they did fly within a few seconds from America to England, so they are fast.
That's a few seconds. That's very
Jonas is like just holding on tight, lying right back, and as it follows Buttercup, I don't know if I'm on Sparkles or Beefy, but basically it gears up, and my legs slip backwards. Because this one just rises up so steep, and I'm like hanging on like this, and my legs are down. It's like, what? Come on, Sparkles, Beefy, come on, just please, come on. This is like just flying up, pretty much straight, and I'm just like,
to be riding Beefy.
I was like, come on, get back. My feet are kind of waving. Then it hopefully at one point it'll level out a bit, and I'll I
could let you roll a adventuring because you are risking physical danger when you fall off.
Oh yeah, let's do that. Go on, I'm all for that. That sounds great.
Go for it.
I kind of just lean down into Buttercup, and I'm like, can you tell him to like a death drop, like just like free fall for a little bit, or catch him, just to shake him up.
Let's just see what he rolls.
Okay, I'm rolling 2d6.
Yes.
Am I adding anything from anything?
Yeah, plus nothing.
Plus nothing. Awesome. I got 10.
Ooh, very nice.
You choose 2 of the things under adventuring.
Okay, so remind me, because I don't have the book.
It's on your move, the basic moves sheet.
Oh! I've only got slacker move details. I've printed out. That's what's the problem. I need to bring them up. I haven't got them all printed out.
You have 3 choices. You don't get hurt. You come out of it looking good, or you get whatever it is you were after.
I don't get hurt, and I get what I'm after, which is a safe flight. That's what I'm after. I want to die.
Well,
Safe flight.
I just like the idea too much. I would say that Kat did this by using a form of telepathy, as in because she is a mind-bending teacher, and she made this griffin do a death drop.
Oh,
Like a free fall.
With Jonas on the back, so he falls for a sec, and then the griffin just catches you again. So I would say you don't get hurt, and you come out of it looking good, because that drop did look pretty good.
pretty badass, right? Okay, I'll take it. Oh, my stomach at the moment is just like
cackling over like the sound of wind just like rushing past. You just hear her cackle just ringing out throughout all of it. Oh, that was great.
I now imagine a actual witch cackle. Something like that.
Maybe.
So, anyone else want to try something, or with the griffins?
I feel like Philip is just kind of like sitting on there, like after like a childhood of doing like inter-school gymkhanas and stuff. She's like just perfect, got this really nice seat on top of this griffin, and is kind of looking over at Jonas and being like, "Put your heels down." I
almost see Philippa just in a Amazon sit on the griffin's back with one hand just holding the griffin and just doing like.
Very graceful.
I'm doing this daily. I mean, come on.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? You don't ride your griffin to school every morning? What are you doing?
I mean,
Sometimes it's a kangaroo.
yeah, I would expect that with you. Well,
They are swole as hell.
the distance that you would have needed for walking would have been about 5 hours, yes. Which would be with a car only like half an hour, not even.
That's way too much. No.
And with the griffin, it just took you about 2 minutes.
Excellent.
Damn. That's fast. Love
Guys
that
are
efficient.
But for you, Jonas, it felt like a lifetime. Because of the dead drop and everything. It's just like, ooh.
So, I guess we arrive at land or something?
Yeah, you land just at the edge of the forest.
Yeah, and I'm still holding on. And my eyes are closed, and my head is buried deep into the neck of this griffin.
You suddenly feel something pinching on the back of your clothes. Almost in your neck, but it touches your stone back head. Yeah, your head was still stone.
Yeah, I remember.
Oh,
yeah,
I
that
forgot
enough.
the back of it.
Yeah. And I'm like, what's
it
enough?
to the back and places you on the ground.
Oh,
We are here.
thanks. That was that, and I try and bow, and as I do, I'm sick. And it's just like I bow, and I'm just like.
I was hoping that happened.
So it's just like,
Yeah.
and I look up and I'm just like, thank you. And I'm all my eyes are just kind of watering, and and I'm just on my long sleeves. I'm just kind of wiping my mouth a little bit. And,
Philippa just reaches in and pulls out a handkerchief and just hands it to you.
hi, cheers.
Oh,
And I blow my nose in it.
don't give that back to her.
And I pick it
Yeah,
up
I
my
don't want
sleeve.
it back.
It's up my
Don't
sleeve.
give that back to her.
Yes, well, if you don't need my assistance anymore, we should go back. I think your colleague still needs to get to work.
Okay, thank you very much.
I have like
And
some
Philip-
jerky in my bag. I give it to the griffin. I give it to Buttercup. Like, you're always so
That's-
sweet. Thank you.
That's not chicken, is it?
Oh,
Okay, because my second cousin twice removed is a chicken.
I would never feed you family members. That's terrifying.
Yeah.
Also, kind of messed up. Took a
Yes,
little-
but
Yeah.
thank you then for the jerky.
You're so sweet. And I give like little scritches underneath its beak. It's like, I love you so much. You're the sweetest thing in the world. You know, Flip, I kind of understand. Some of the creatures are just absolutely adorable. I'm starting to get it.
Some of them are.
And I turn. Yeah. I'm not saying anything because I wouldn't be rude in front of them because their beaks are so big.
All right.
And you see them all three fly away.
And as soon as I think they're out of earshot, I look at Philippa and say, "Where did you find those things? They're absolute maniacs, man! Did you see what it did? It actually tried to throw me off, and I mean, I kind of held on pretty tight, but what? I've been on roller coasters whoa, come on, that was just what? I think next time I'll just walk and meet yous afterwards."
Yeah. It's okay, Jonas. They're not for everyone.
Maybe get a land animal the next time, you know, one that only is a few feet above the ground.
I mean,
Where's the fun in that?
the flying was rather fun.
And I
It's been
heard
a
some
long time.
laughing as well. I mean, and I look around to see who's looking guilty at the laughing, 'cause I don't know who it was. No, well...
I don't know if Cat would show any sign of her being a culprit. I would think she would be very good at hiding it.
I think so. Very cool. And even if I did notice, would I remember anyway?
I'm fixing my nails. I don't know what anyone's talking about at all.
Yep. So you are at the edge of the forest, and like if the way you look at it now, it seems like a normal English forest. Nothing special. But like the Dean said, these trees are shady.
Yeah.
I see what you did there. I'm not going to talk about how long it took my brain to put two and two together right in there. And I was like...
I did say it was the Dean who said it, so...
Exactly. I was like, dang it.
Shall we venture forth?
Yeah.
There's nothing in this forest that's going to eat us, is there?
I mean, probably. But we'll be fine. Maybe.
Probably.
They mostly come at night, mostly.
It's still like afternoon, because it only took us like... Or morning, because it only took us like a couple of minutes to get there, right?
Yeah.
Who
Yeah.
said that? Hello? Who's... Voices?
You okay there, Jonas?
I thought I heard somebody say something about they only come at night. But I look around, do I see anybody?
I would love to use my illusionist power right now.
Go for it.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. That's... I remember if I have a +2 or +3. Nope, it's 2. Nope, it's 1. Okay, so that's just an 8.
Let's see. I don't have your character. If your playbooks here, let's see the play. Let's open the playbooks. The power you're using is from your school or your playbook?
School.
Okay. Your school, yeah. So mind bending, illusionist. It's a compulsion. When you steal someone with the mental power roll plus charisma on a 10 plus, they do exactly what you demand or become. And that is compel obedience, illusion. When you blatantly override someone's perception of reality with something else, they experience what you want them to experience, but they know it's not real. When you suddenly blend someone's perceptions, roll plus sorcery, on a 10 plus, they know there's nothing amiss and mistake your illusion for reality. On a 7 to 9, choose 1. You rolled an 8, right?
Yes.
Then you may choose one of those.
I'll take their fooled, but only for a moment.
And you're using it on,
Jonas.
Jonas.
Absolutely. He thinks he hears something out in the woods. Well, he's also going to see like a misty shadow creature that's like has glowing eyes that kind of like is watching him from behind a tree, and then when he like blinks to double take, it's gone.
So yeah, I look around and I wheel around, having heard that, and I wheel around and I look, and there's an oak tree, this ancient gnarled oak tree, and behind there's a mist, you said, like a kind of glow,
Yeah,
and I stand there and I'm looking at it, and then this kind of this like face appears, the eyes, the glowing eyes, and I'm just like, guys, and I look round to grab you, to point you, and then when I turn round,
Jonas dear, you must, this is a very important mission. shouldn't play around. We have things to do.
I think Merlin's here. I think I saw him. I think he's messing with us.
What do he look like?
Kind of misty, glowing eyes, hiding behind a tree. I don't know. What does Merlin look like now? I mean, he's 9,000 years old or whatever. You know, he's one of the...
I highly doubt he's a shadow creature.
888! I'm still young!
I'm not saying anything.
What's that?
What? You heard that as well?
Okay, so, all right. No. Now that one I definitely heard. Do I see?
See? Told you.
Around?
Told you. He's messing with us.
Yeah. Messing with us.
Hello? Is anyone there?
I run
And
over
you don't
to
hear
the
anything anymore.
Yeah, I run over to the oak tree, the big oak tree. I just like go as fast as I can, which is actually surprisingly fast. You don't often see Jonas moving quickly, but he grabs the tree and he kind of does that sort of jump that you do when you try to surprise somebody behind the tree. He just sort of stands there 1 minute and then jumps full body sideways and looks behind the tree. He's not here.
Excuse me, would you leave my house alone? And you see a tree-like lady coming out of the bark.
Well, and I take a step back. Guys, hello, hello. You're Trina's. Welcome.
Hello.
Oh, we're looking for. My name's Jonas, and we've come from far away. And I'm just staring at her, kind of backing up a little bit because I'm a wee bit kind of unsure about what she is. And we're looking for Merlin. I say to her, "Do you happen to know?" And my voice is getting louder as I'm getting further away from her. Where he is? Where he is?
Oh, don't be afraid. I don't hurt people. And you say you're from far away. You do sound like you're from the area.
I mean, up north, but I didn't come from Scotland today. I've been working in America. What? Cat? Cat, what? These are my friends. We're here, and I've not let my eyes off her because she's just walked out of a tree in front of me, and she's... how tall is she?
You can't really put a size on her. That she's halfway out of the tree, you could say.
Oh, what's even more freaky? Oh my god!
I'm like, I can't tell her like how big she is or how tall she is. That's terrifying.
She's just like, she's just kind of leaning out of this tree and all barky covered, and it's just like, Cat, is this you? Is this, because I know you do illusions, right? That's I know that much. So I'm like, is this, Cat? Is this you? Are you doing this?
Yeah, no. Typically, I would take pride in an illusion of this type of mastery and this type of detail. Unfortunately, this is very real.
Oh my goodness! Excuse my.
You do not have tree nymphs in America?
We don't have what?
A nymph?
No, not one. No.
They tend to not let our trees live long enough to grow nymphs.
Don't say that.
Sad.
She's not really saying that. Our trees are.
I've heard about that.
We have
I
giant.
believe you killed one of my sisters.
We have giant redwoods.
Wasn't me. I'm really sorry. That's absolutely terrible. If I had it my way, we would leave nature alone.
Do you like griffins?
Depends. Some do scratch their beaks on our bark.
Okay.
That's not very nice.
Well, that's nature for you.
Now,
Very true.
do you know where Merlin is? Have you? Have you ever
Yeah,
seen him?
he's nearby. You just heard him. He gets a little bit
Wait, that
finicky about his
name.
age.
That was.
He is way older than he says, but I am not. Yes, you are, Merlin. He never wants to believe. He never wants to say his real, actual age.
And you shouldn't have to.
Yeah, that's quite right.
You just got experience. Life experience is all.
You're a very big tree. Are you all of the tree, or are you just like in the tree, or?
Are you
We
inhabiting
are
the tree?
both the tree and not the tree.
Okay.
It's like a symbiotic life.
Gotcha. That can't be comfortable though. Like, maybe just learn to live with it.
There's nothing to learn from to live with. This is the life.
Okay.
You've seen many moons, and Jonas realizing that the tree probably doesn't want to chase us or kill us. Are you able to? If you're able to talk to Merlin, are you able to ask him to come and speak with us? Will he hear you more than us, or how?
He hears you. He just likes to test people out.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. We can test if we actually have time, but since, can we like expedite the tests a little bit? Like get a speed read and a speed result?
He already knows why you are here. He just wants you to find it yourself.
Okay, so that leaves
And
me
he
with a
will be
lot
watching.
that leaves me with a lot of like follow-up questions. One, if he knows what we're here and what we're after for, then why does he do the test? Because if he knows that, he knows whether or not we're gonna pass or fail. So
I need to know if you're ready.
Where were they?
Merlin, just come out and
Wouldn't you
talk to
already
these
know
people.
that?
Now!
Where were they? We need
I feel
to.
like you would. Okay.
What would you like us to do, Merlin?
He wants you to find out yourself. He's kind of a hermit, so he has been living away from humans for millennia. So he became a little bit of a social outcast.
Okay.
Can I attempt a schmooze to I want to tell him a story, a little story, to try and show that we're alike, he and I.
Well, smoothing is telling an NPC what you think they want to hear to help you. That they'll do something in exchange for it or something. So I would say yes, you may roll, but it also has to be a good story.
Okay.
Good story.
Okay. And I stand under the branches of this venerable oak tree, looking at looking around to see. Merlin, when I was young, I knew that there was magic, my parents, they told me, and they said, learn magic like Merlin. They said, learn magic. He's a story of honor and integrity and of justice, doing the things that are right. His magic saved King Arthur. He is of mighty fame, and maybe one day you will grow up and be like him. Maybe you will be able to cast magic too, they said. And they sent me to school to learn, but I learned. I'm not bad at casting spells, but the people, it was difficult, you know. Everybody around, all the people were, they were so busy, and some of them were so good, and some of them were so bad, and I just wanted to do what I did, and I realised that without being in front of everybody all the time, without always being a hero, that I could make a difference, and I know that I could make change. I didn't need to be in the limelight all the time, but sometimes when it's important, I mean, I've learned from my friends. They've said stuff. I need to be able to stand up and not just check out of all of reality. We can't always pass by and let the world go by us.
Okay, give me the roll.
3 and 2 plus 2, 7.
Well, on the 7th, they'll do something simple in exchange for a payment, favor, or bribe. He shows himself in a way like, yeah, of course, you heard the story of.
You cut out there.
I had to hold his tiny little hand. You see, like a very small, white-bearded guy, almost like you would see Merlin as in any book, story, whatever. But instead of having like the blue cloak and the hat, he's dressed like a bum.
Yes.
Oh, great.
Yes. Excellent. I knew he was like me. I look at him. And my big sleeves. Big long sleeves. And I'm like, hey, Merlin!
What?
Could you just... Do you know, we need this sort... It's an evil... What will happen if it escapes Pigsmoke? Well, it might come... It might come over here. It might come. We can help you. Let us know, but we can do it. This isn't something I'm used to saying, but I really think we need to act and sort out this ancient evil. Otherwise, we'll lose the school, and then we'll lose our state, and then we'll lose America, and then we'll lose. Who knows where it'll end? Do you even know what this evil is?
Lose America. Now that's something I wouldn't mind.
It's not that bad. You got good benefits. Pays good.
You know I lived in the Dark Ages, right? America is starting to become that again.
I think that's a bit harsh. But yeah, okay. Well, what?
It's the
That's
fact.
if you believe that if it never exited the Dark Ages to begin with, but that's the question for not in a year.
Yeah, I didn't want to go that far, but yeah, you're right.
I chose to live there. I moved there. It's worked out.
Well, us.
No, it's all right.
Okay, Jamie.
I think I broke Sam.
That was great.
FYI, I don't have anything against America.
I do. Come at me. I'm just kidding.
Well, okay. I will show you the right direction.
Yeah, that.
Now go.
Thank you, Merlin.
Wow, we got to meet him. We got to meet him. Which way are we going?
Very kind of unimpressed.
Oh, and by the way, tell that dean of yours to stop act like he is forgetful because he's not.
I knew he was lying. There was no way. There's no way.
He just says he's old, but he's at least 300 years younger than me.
I mean,
At least.
things can be correct at the same time. You know, a broke clock can be right twice a day. Type of deal. Like, you can be old and forgetful, and you can also be old.
I am old. That's one thing I know. Like I said, I'm 888. No, you're not,
I
Merlin.
guess.
You're billions of years. No, I'm 898.
You know what? If you say you're 888, I believe you.
Thank you.
Welcome. It's nobody's business anyway.
Now leave me be, cause I came to this forest for peace and quiet.
Yeah, no, but like a centaur said that like a bunch of really bad stuff was gonna happen. So like,
I know.
we kind of need your help, just like a little bit, and then you can like go
That
take a
way.
nap.
And the one
Okay.
who pulls the sword is the one who's worthy.
I think we should get moving, people. And I just kind of try and like shivvy them both along.
Yeah. I'm still staring at the she nymph and just okay. And I look at Merlin and I'm just like,
Who's worthy?
And I'm gonna disappear now again. You see smoke coming up, and as soon as the smoke is gone, you see someone
I was
running
gonna
away.
say,
I liked his jacket.
like,
Very fancy. Let's go.
the media lies to us. I was expecting some like fantabulous like wizard, like a big blue hat with stars on it and big robes with long drapey arms, and he just
That
like
was just
anybody.
someone acted like me and wasn't me.
I think I prefer the movie version of him.
I think when you're an all-powerful wizard, you can pretty much do whatever the hell you want and dress however the hell you want. Shall we go and see if we're about finding this sword?
Okay. I think he has too much magic to be walking around looking like he do. But I mean, I won't yuck your yum. If you like it, I love it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. We've met two people that have been around like since the dawn of time. The essence of the seed of the universe is just
Okay,
it's
let's
just
go
there.
find.
I was just imagine that. Wow.
Imagine how much work you'd have to do in that time.
He's probably got like an army of forest nymphs doing all his paperwork.
Oh, we
I
don't-
feel like asking forest nymphs to do your paperwork is a little insensitive, given
Yeah.
that paper's made from trees.
The trees, yeah. Just a little bit.
Oh yeah. That wouldn't probably go down too well. Oh man. But
You're still considering it, aren't you?
maybe I do think that being as powerful as Merlin, it would be Quite my goodness. What?
With great power comes great responsibility. We all know how you run from that like a plague.
You've been watching too many movies, Kat.
Listen, sometimes it's all that I can do. After a long day at work, you need something to just turn your brain off and wind down at the end of the night.
I really hope they don't radioactivate
fantasy Marvel movies.
I really hope they don't radioactivate the spiders in my department. That would be bad.
Yeah.
Would a Peter Parker be bad though? That's neither here nor there.
Sword, stone, shall we find?
Yeah.
Onwards, I guess. Wow.
After a while, you find a lake. You do sense that this lake isn't just a normal lake.
Why don't you go for a swim?
Is anyone there?
I'm trying to get Jonas to go for a swim and tell us if there's anything in there.
I want to cast a spell, and I want to be able to walk on water.
Well,
Excuse me?
Or with disadvantage.
That's 3, isn't it? And take the lowest 2.
Yeah.
I rolled 2 3s and a 4, so 6.
So
do I get +1 for sorcery?
Yeah, so 7. So that you can choose 2.
And cast a spell. The 2. I think it would be fun if the magic was short-lived or otherwise temporary.
Yes.
Hilarious.
And
I think the magic affecting far more than I intended would also be a good one to have.
The one that affects more than you intended. Well, you cast a spell and you try to walk on the water. It works, but somehow the shoes of Kat and Philippa got wet, especially the socks.
Oh, great.
Can they? Well, yeah, okay.
And you walk on the water, and you see a little island further ahead. And just before you get there, splink, you sink in the water.
And at that point, I guess it's not super deep, right? Because we're right at the edge of the island, so it's just above my head. So you just see I fall down, but you just see like the top of my head, just like that, and my arms splashing on the water, and just this huge splash of water as my arms and my whole body, and I continue to walk like I'm utterly pissed off, and I just continue to walk up the bank onto this island, and I'm dripping wet. My sleeves, my tweed jacket is just like completely soaking my hair. The only bit of me that's dry is the top of my stone head, and you just see like this wet stone head at the back. It's all dark and wet, and on top of this is all like light stone coloured. So I'm walking up, and I don't even like stop. I just turn round and go, and I shout loudly and say, "There's an island over here. Get a boat or something. I'll wait for you here and dry off. Maybe I'll start a fire. See you soon." And I go off looking for some wood too. And then I'm like,
Did you have to scream?
No, sorry, Merle. I just got a bit wet, Merle.
I just got a bit wet.
I mean, Merlin.
Wait, and I'll look around to see who's on the island with me. And are there trees on this island?
Hey, you see, you actually don't see a lot, but when you look around, you suddenly see a lady standing there. Really like.
I tap the water out of my ears. Hi.
What you want?
We've been sent in this direction by Merlin, and he has given us a test, a challenge, to see if we're worthy of saving our school.
I think he already knows what worthy is.
Yeah, he always does this. Yep. He always sends people here. To try and get this. And suddenly you see a rock with a handle in it. Appearing right in front of you. This.
You see from I don't know how far the water was, but you see Jonas kind of jumping up and down and waving his hands, not shouting.
Oh, they want to get on the island too? And the bridge forms from the coast of the lake to the island.
Oh, thank you, because I definitely was not about to get my boots even more wet. Thank you, Jonas, for that. By the way, I don't know how or why, but something tells me you have absolutely everything to do with why my boots are ruined. So I blame you. And I walk across the bridge.
Philippa's kind of like searching through her satchel because she's pretty sure she's got a set of dry socks in there. And she's like trying to find it and walking along the bridge, not really noticing what's going on, just trying to find these socks. And there's like all of this other shit, and this like fucking dragonfly comes fluttering out of her bag and stuff, and she's like doing
I love the idea of you absolutely having another pair of dry socks in your bag. Like, why do I have the feeling that Philippa just has like a suitcase or a bag similar to Newt's Commander?
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise
just an
me.
entire animal husbandry inside a case.
Yeah, it's definitely though more of a satchel type shape, like a practical leather satchel. Weighs a ton when you pick it up and stuff, and got a few claw marks and scorch marks on it.
It's just a little well worn, that's all. The biggies.
Yeah.
It's a bag of holding, but in every D&D game they say it doesn't make it heavier when it's filled, but it actually does. So you guys, Jonas is already on the island, but you two walk over the bridge, get on the island, and you see the stone with a handle in it, and a woman, a lady that is looking kind of annoyed and standing there like,
Oh,
so what you doing?
we're here with Merlin for the sword, if possible, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna take it out for you. You have to do it yourself.
Okay.
Is there some type of
Definitely
catch
try.
to it? It can't be this. It's never this easy.
Just, you never heard the stories?
Yeah, I know. You have to be worthy of it in order to pull it out. So we'll go on ahead and try to pull it out. See if any of us are worthy. I'll do it first, I guess.
Well, yeah. While you walk over, are we right at it? Are we right next to it? Is it right?
Well, yeah, cat is trying it, so you go to the sword, you pull, but nothing.
All right, hold on. And I want to like climb up on the rock, like both of my feet are planted on each side of this blade as I'm like trying to pull it up and pull it out. Still no give.
Oh yeah, the old put my feet on the rock move. Yeah, nobody tried that before.
Listen, you just said get it out. I figured we would try all of the obvious ways before we started doing anything extra to it.
Jonas is up behind Kat, and waits for you to get down, I guess, just kind of standing looking up at you.
Yeah. Just stare at me do it. Try to get it out.
And I just put my finger underneath the hilt and tap it to see.
And it goes up.
Fucking unbelievable.
What? Hey,
Wait, Merlin, are you sure this slacker here is worthy? This lazy guy here?
What? You know what?
No wonder it took this long to find a new one.
So far, I'm not surprised. So.
What? What?
You're worthy. Pull it out the stone.
Go.
You are the one who has to save the entire planet. The weight of the entire world is on your shoulders. It's gonna take a lot of work.
We are doomed.
Yes, work.
Huh? Oh, Philippa, Philippa, do you want to have a shot? I'm sure, like, I've just moved it a little bit. I've nudged it. I've loosened it. I'm sure it'll...
You put your sword back?
What's that?
Your sword back? You pulled it out and now you're putting it back so that Philippa can...
I didn't pull it all the way out. I just nudged my finger underneath it.
Yeah, and it came out because of that.
Oh, right. It's like total... Right, okay, so it's floating right in front of me. No, so Jonas, he looks at it. I can... does this give me powers like Merlin's?
It's a sword.
Does it let me
gives you
command
something to stab with.
Does it let me command the powers of the forest?
It's a sword. It gives you something to stab with.
Oh. I can do that. We just need to find that medallion, the one that gave me this. And I tap my head. And when I remember the medallion, I remember trying to get that off Sadhu's neck. We can just stab the sword and just that'll be easy. That'll be easy. All you do is just take it up to Sadhu, point it, and tell him not to flinch, and I'll just poke it the medallion, and it'll be it. That's dead easy. And I grab it.
Well, you got Excalibur. Happy now? At least I can have some peace and quiet and not keep guarding this sword, man. Took millions of years of my life, and now I'm...
You have to guard it?
Oh. Yeah, apparently I had to.
Oh, that sounds lonely.
So now that you have some free time from, like...
Well, apparently I don't have free time because someone keeps talking to me.
Listen, I'm just giving, like, some tips and some pointers. A hot shower, like, some new robes.
I'm the lady in the lake. I live in water.
Okay, so you can't be fly?
Why would I take a shower then, if I live in water?
Because living in water and showering is not the same.
I live in a continuous shower.
You're not scrubbing.
Humans.
Alrighty, I feel like we've offended people here enough.
You're right. I'm very offended. Can we leave?
Perhaps we should be heading home. And Philippa by this stage has given up on the sock search, but she found a towel that she just kind of chucks at Jonas because he's clearly dripping wet from his little dip in the lake.
Can I take the towel? Can I at the same time, just before I see the towel coming to me, before I catch the towel, can I cast a spell to try and dry myself?
Of course, you can always try and cast a spell to dry yourself. I love the consequences that can happen from casting a spell to dry yourself. Please do. I love to see the consequences to try and dry yourself in spell.
Okay.
Can't go wrong at all.
The towel's flying towards me, but as Philip, I see her chuck it to me. I mutter something under my breath and cast my fingers over my chest and my head and I'm rolling at disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
So I got 4.
Yes.
Well, you try to cast a spell, but nothing happens.
Oh.
And you get a towel in your face.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks, Philippa. I think maybe need something a bit, and I begin walking over to the bridge with the sword in my other hand, and I turn around and say, "Is there like a thing I can put around my belt or my back or something? I don't want to have to hold it the whole time."
Oh, jeez, these humans, they can do anything by themselves. And the scabbard appears.
Aye, one of them, thanks.
Don't generalize us with that. That's something else.
Wow. Still walking down the bridge. Humming up.
Thank you.
As soon as the rest of you takes a step off the bridge disappears.
Talk about efficiency.
Well, not because of efficiency, mostly because she just is like that.
Well, we did it, guys.
Crushed it.
We got it. We got the thing. This we can get Sadhu's necklace off him, and then I just stab it, like. And I don't have a sword in my hand, but I just kind of go like that. I just go. That's it. That's all we need to do. One thing.
That's the worst idea in the world. So, I was with you to a point, and then you lost me. So, like, getting the amulet and, like, tapping it or whatever with the sword, great, right on the money. However, not when it's on another person. Like, I just don't see any of that going well at all.
The problem is I don't think we can remove it.
Maybe you could cut the chain first. I mean, he might get a nick on his neck, but we could heal that.
Is like the chain that the amulet surrounding on also protected by whatever's protecting the amulet? Because if not, we could just use like anything to cut the chain off of his neck. If it's the amulet that we're after.
You see the back of my head? This was because of I fell.
Because you have a rock head.
Yeah, well, I smacked my head against the wall. And I was practically on, like, when you were on that rock and you were giving it like that.
I was what?
You were just like, and you were trying to grab this thing out of the rock, and you were trying to get there. I was like, I mean, we tried that with Sadhu. Like, practically had the guy, like, just broke his neck nearly getting this thing off, and I just slipped, and that's why I fell against the wall and got. This is it's stuck.
Okay.
It's stuck.
While you were doing that movement, you suddenly see a lot of faces coming out of trees. You're like, and one of them is appearing next to Philippa and asking, "Is he always like that?"
Sometimes. He's had a really stressful few days, though.
I feel sorry for you.
It'll be alright. I'm Philippa, and you are...
Back in my tree.
Bye!
Alright, bye, back in my tree.
So you guys are going all the way back towards your car? Or...
I mean, we have Excalibur. Is there anything else that we need to do with Merlin?
He could get us
Or was
back.
it justified Excalibur?
He could get us back. He could send us
I feel
back.
like we've maybe bothered
We
him
are
enough.
besties. But yeah, he's also pretty sick and tired of us, so...
We also need to go and round up Evans.
Oh yeah. He did drink quite a lot last night.
Yeah, remind me to tell him never body the bottle of gin to himself again. That was a terrible idea. I don't know why you talked him into that, Jonas. That was a bad idea all the way around.
I told him I was having a bottle of whiskey, but he took it a bit literally, that's all.
Tragic. Hate to see it. Alright, well... Let's go see if he's still in the same spot we left him.
What? We don't want to be around here at night time, otherwise Philippa's
That part, yeah, no thank you.
friend will... Well, yeah, we should shift.
And we lucked out that one time. We're not 100% sure that Philippa will be able to, befriend every one of those.
You can do it, Philippa, right? But let's not take the chance.
Yeah, okay, you're right. She absolutely is fully capable of being able to do that. But let's not test the theory.
I wonder if I could take them home.
Oh, don't bring those on campus.
We could put them in the boot, I suppose.
Yeah, because riding across on a boat with those things is exactly what we want.
No, just put them in your car. It has enough space, does it?
It's bigger on
All of the room.
It's bigger on the inside. No, it's not.
bigger on the outside.
Yeah. Well, we better get a move on. We don't want to be caught in this place at night.
I reckon David would really like it if we brought some back for the department.
Philippa. It'll probably eat us by the time we got across the Atlantic.
Yeah, I'm telling, why don't you just, you have a sketchbook, can you draw, can you sketch what you saw, and, make little notes, tell your friends about it later?
Yeah, maybe I'll try and convince him to give me some funding to go on and...
Good, don't call me.
Once we've saved Pigsmoke, I'll come with you. I'll help you. Don't listen to her.
Yay! Thanks, Jonas.
Yeah, I've got a sword.
Call Jonas. Because that's a good idea.
Hey, I'm worthy. Me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think it's because I said I liked his jacket.
Could be.
Okay.
And you suddenly again hear a voice. I'm just as surprised as all of you.
Cheers, Merlin.
You know what? I was a little confused by him before. I'm certain he's starting to give me my good graces just a little bit. Just a little bit.
And I shout, Merlin, I don't suppose there's any chance you could get us three and the one at the pub back in the village. Back to Pigsmoke, is there?
You got a car, don't ya?
Aye, all right.
We tried to tell him to leave you alone, Merlin.
I'll try harder.
Leave him alone.
Can you not just no?
Philippa just said that we asked a lot of him today.
Yeah.
How would you like it if we continuously asked you to do things all day? You'd hate it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. I mean, it's not great, but the thing is, you know, I would find a way to I'd find a way to get it done.
Yeah.
Probably.
You would?
I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
It would get done.
Proud of you.
It would. Yeah. It's great having students.
Okay, let's do it like you all are walking back to the car and take a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Yeah?
Let's do that.
Sounds good.
Yep.
We'll be back in about 10 minutes, and I bet in that time these 3 faculty members will be back at the car. Because one of them don't want to fly a Griffin anymore.
I don't understand why you wouldn't want to. The Griffin flight was a great time. It was scenic. It was beautiful. It was very lovely, very smooth. No bumps, no turbulence at all. It was quick, fast, and simple.
Yeah. Look at his face. Okay, we are going to take a 10-minute break. We will be right back. So, in the meantime, it took you, because you walked about, I would say, at least 10 hours to walk back to the car. Mostly because one of you doesn't want to fly anymore. And apparently didn't want to use magic again.
I mean, I wasn't against that. But a land animal maybe would have been good, perhaps. Maybe we could have had that conversation, Philippa. Like, maybe I could persuade you to, not, if you want to summon the griffins back or whatever, and I'd be like, no.
I mean, I'm down to try and summon a land animal. Let's do this.
You know, one that proper, like, runs on the ground properly, doesn't do the up and the down thing. It's terrifying.
10.
Oh!
Very nice.
You choose one unintended consequence on the list of cast spell.
Okay, I just need to find where I put that, but I probably will go with it. Oh, where did that go? Sorry. I think I had the basic move sheet up, but it's disappeared. There we go. The magic affects far more than you intended.
You cast the spell to summon land animals, and instead of summoning fast land animals, you start seeing Jonas transform.
Oh, yes.
He's getting whiskers. His shoulder blade is getting a little bit bigger. He's starting to get spots. And he turns into a cheetah.
Sick.
Nice.
Then Cat is also transforming
Let's go.
into a horse. And you yourself, Philippa, turn into a whippet. You know, the...
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Russ knows whippets.
And I would say Dr. Evans is following you at this point as well. He turns into a bird that flies behind you guys. So it affects far more than you intended because it doesn't summon, it turns into animals. So yeah, with this way it doesn't take you as long as I said, it doesn't take you 10 hours, it will take you 5, half the time. But
I'm the most beautiful, majestic stallion you've ever seen. I'm just like trotting and prancing the way through.
Are we still?
Maine.
I guess we're still aware of who we are and what we're doing, right? We're not suddenly taken over by.
Well, you do notice that cat does seem a little bit tasty at the moment.
Oh.
But you are trying to fight that urge because you do still have your human thinking, but the cheetah in you is also starting to think like, tasty.
And then to get out of that, I look at this majestic stallion and thinking I could take that. And then I'm like, wait, that's not right. Wait, what does this do? And I start to like accelerate. Because I've never been able to do anything like that before. I've never been able to like run fast. So I'm running at like up. I mean, cheetahs get to like what 70 mile an hour or 75 miles an hour. I'm just looking it up just now. 75.
Yeah, they are the fastest land animal in the world. So
yeah, so they can run as high as they can reach speeds as high as 75 miles an hour. So like I'm like, what does this do? And I'm just like, boom! And you just see this cheetah like just disappearing.
I don't know if they can maintain it for very long though.
Yeah.
No, they are sprinting animals. They're not long distance. They are short burst animals. They just do it to hunt, short burst, grab, go done.
Yeah. So
and then they just lie on their lazy butt for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I'm just running. I run and I stop.
So pretty fitting.
That sounds about right, doesn't it?
I was gonna say.
So I'm waiting. So I just sprint off and then I lie down the side of the road for a bit and lick myself.
Yeah. Well, you could try to get your nails back in, but cheetahs are the only ones that do not.
Okay.
Do that.
So yeah. So I'm just cleaning myself, just giving myself a wee clean outside the road. The other two they are fast animals, but still a little slower than you. But they end up at the car a little bit later than you. They see you lick your own, you start to turn back. So you see Jonas like. Yeah, I can't move like that. Jonas can't move like that. He's got that. So
no, but you're turning back, and somehow you are in a way
a weird
like that.
My legs over my head or something. That's terrible. And then So I kind of try and straighten myself up as I hear the clip clop of the.
Yeah, you don't hear that on grass, but okay.
All right.
It's only in the movies,
It's
not
a thundering sound, but yeah.
Thundering. Wouldn't hear a whippet.
No.
Like, you just come back over and I'm like, oh, get a room.
Yeah, I'm just like, still trying to. Well, yeah, I'm a cat. At least I was. You gotta look after yourself. I mean, it's not. I think I'm almost able to stand up now.
Right. I guess that kind of worked. Might be getting better at this whole magic thing.
It definitely could have been worse. I don't know about you guys, but I was fucking majestic.
Very majestic.
You look cool.
Thanks.
I was fast. I was actually fast. I was moving like Like
You'll never exceed that much effort again in your life.
That was amazing, Philippa. Thanks. That was awesome. Yeah. A lot of far though.
Hairball.
Shall we head back to the school?
So you all get squeeze into the car.
Yep.
With the
Back
sword.
behind the passenger, and then back behind the driver's seat.
And you know how it works, so you put in the location of the school. You press start, and you see the entire space-time portal opening. You're traveling, and you stop. The portal starts to dissipate a bit. And you do see the school, but something's off. You see some locations are broken. There you hear panic. You even sometimes hear explosions.
Oh, this is not good.
Do you think we're too late?
Oh boy.
We were as quick as we could be. I mean,
I don't think of the paperwork.
do you think it's got out? Maybe it's not around Sadu's neck anymore.
Maybe
So that's
not.
kind of like a good thing and a bad thing. Like
Yeah.
a good thing because, like, now we don't have to like almost possibly slice his head off. But also, the bad thing is that at least if it was on him, we knew we could find him, and that's where the amulet would be. If it's not on him anymore, we have bigger problems.
Damn it.
Shall we see
Damn
if we
it.
can find the dean? Maybe
Yep.
he knows what's happening.
Aye. Good idea.
God, I hate going to that airhead. Okay.
You walk into the school and you see a lot of dark magic beings, like evil critters, gremlins, ogres, orcs. The creatures they are the most commonly known as not the good kind. And they are attacking students, other faculty members. They're causing chaos.
Head. This isn't good. This is not.
This is terrible.
And Jonas, you have seen this in your dreams.
This is the. Oh no. The centaur was. Oh no. And this all makes. Oh dear. This is the beginning of the end. Guys, this is where it. This is the bit
Oh,
that
this is where it starts.
I've seen this bit, and the centaur bit comes up after. Oh, we're not far away, guys. Oh no. I hate to say this, but we're gonna have to move and find the center. Did I get any inkling from my dream about what happens next? Am I aware of any of the next steps that?
No.
Okay. Let's find the principal.
Okay.
Yeah, Jonas's eyes are totally wide at this point, just staring at all this that's going down.
You're trying to look around to find anything that normally shows you where the dean's office is, but you don't see anything. But when you walk out of the main building, where normally everyone gathers when something happens, you see something floating above the main courtyard.
Does it look like the amulet, or?
Doesn't look like the amulet.
Is it black smoke?
Does it look like a person?
It's covered in something black, yes. And when you get closer to it, you see is Adolf Sadao.
It's got him. Look. It's got him. It's taken over.
Oh, this is bad. This is very bad. Can I, like, cast a spell to try to, like, bring him down back to Earth at all?
You can always try.
Yeah, attempt to, I guess is the better term. And I'm rolling with disadvantage because it's outside of my expertise. Ooh, that's fun. That's very fun. That's very fun for me. That's a 3.
Is it?
That's very fun for me.
No, it doesn't matter. If it's below that, nothing happens. You try to cast a spell. You do see something come out of it, out of your hands or whatever you use to cast your spell. And the smoke that is surrounding Sada is covering him is just bouncing it away. The spell.
Damn it. So that didn't work. I don't... Shoot. Does anybody else have any ideas on how to get him down?
Maybe through. I don't know.
Have you got any animals that you... Snakes? What about that snake crocodile thing? Is that...
Oh, yeah. That's a great idea.
I feel like maybe adding animals to this situation potentially not the greatest of ideas. Maybe
Finally,
just
someone thinking.
based on the number of out of control things that are already in this room. Yeah. I don't know.
How high off the ground is Sado?
About, what shall we say, 3 meters.
Is there anything nearby that's of the same height? A balcony, a tree?
Well, while you're looking around, something does catch your eye. You see in a corner that something that looks like the dean's office chair crumbled in a corner.
Okay, so
surrounded by rubble and stuff.
I point to that and say, it looks like the dean might have been ejected from his office.
I kind of like look around. Is there any trace of like where he like landed? Is there any footprints that show like any dragging like feet marks of like him being taken off somewhere, or is it just the chair?
You do see the chair. You see rubble around it, as in it's like his entire office was just chucked in that corner.
Okay.
But from this distance, you only see the chair. There's in pieces of it and rubble around it.
I'm gonna go up to it and see if I can like attempt to sift through any of the rubble.
You can easily get there, and when you are there and you take away some of the rubble, you find the Dean. Or even worse, you find the Dean's lifeless body.
Wait, he's immortal. How does this happen?
Immortal, not invincible.
Darn it. Shit. You guys, it's bad. I found the Dean. His body. Dean didn't make it.
I know.
Oh. That's really, really, really bad. I turn around and stare dead face at Sadow in this mist. What's he doing now?
You just see him floating there, his eyes glowing bright red. And it does look like the amulet is still on his chest, starting to open.
Okay, we need to get him down, and that sword needs to go directly in the middle of that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me try something. Can I cast to see if I can raise the ground beneath him up to the height so I can get up there to where he is?
You can do that as cast a spell, of course, yeah.
Cast a spell. Okay. So I do that at disadvantage. Come on, dice. That's not bad. In fact, that's really good. I rolled 2 6s and a 3.
So that's one 6 and a 3.
So I got 10.
That's a 10. So you choose one unintended consequence.
My solution becomes someone else's problem.
Of course.
Well, it's in this way. It's easy. Whose problem is going to be the caretaker of the entire school property, because you're changing the entire ground underneath. But you do make like a sort of a rock chair, stairs, almost like you are a earthbender, but this isn't Avatar, sadly. And yeah, you make it up towards Sadow, and what are you going to do then? When you get there.
Yeah, so as I'm approaching and up this ramp, I take a stride up, kind of purposefully remembering what it was like to be a cheetah, and I get my sword out, I pull Excalibur, and I hold it in front of me with 2 hands, and then I begin to run up the hill. It's kind of lolloping runs inspired by being a big cat, just kind of like showing. Then I start getting up speed. I want to run, and then when I get to the top of the height of the amulet, I'm gonna, if I can reach it, I'm gonna just stab him right in full pitch, full strength that I can muster. If I can't, then well, we'll see how. See what happens. I want you to roll an adventuring. Adventuring. When you risk physical danger, say what you're trying to achieve and roll.
Yeah, you're trying to achieve to stab the amulet, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
9.
Choose 1.
I get what I was after.
So you run up. You jump very majestically with Excalibur, stab right into the amulet, but your landing isn't that well, so you do get hurt from the landing. You see Excalibur hanging in the amulet still, because you stabbed it, let it go, and you dropped.
Okay.
The amulet starts to glow. And suddenly it breaks open. Excalibur flies back into a tree in the back of the courtyard. And you see a big explosion coming from the amulet. Shadow falls down on you, because you're right underneath. So he does land safely. But it's not what you think it did. Yes, the amulet is destroyed, but the entity came out. And now you see a big, dark, shadowy creature flying above you.
Oh, shit.
I pick myself up from underneath Shadow. Let's look at him. Is he alive?
Barely.
Okay, I just leave him. If he's breathing, it's okay.
Yeah, he is, but he's barely alive. He's on the edge.
Oh, okay. Damn it! And I shout around. I say, he needs some help. He's back to his normal self. He looks like he's not got long, but I need the sword. I need to get that sword back. I'm supposed to guard it. I'm supposed to look after it.
I don't have any type of healing capabilities whatsoever, so I run. As soon as I see the sword kind of thrown and blasted off into the other direction, I make a beeline straight for it.
You do see some of the medical wing staff helping students that are hurt and other faculty members that are trying to fight off the dark beings. And you also suddenly a portal opens, and one of your favorite English doctors comes through the portal, Cat. The elven doctor you met in England, that you flirted with.
Ah, yes. This is lovely to see you as always, but now is not the best time.
Merlin sent me to help you.
Really? We have to get that sword and then fight whatever the hell that thing is.
I'm not a fighter. I am here to help with the wounded.
I guess at this point,
that guy over there, and I just point to sit down. I'm like, him.
Yes, and you don't go dying on you.
Please. Have dinner later. And I run back over.
Counting on it! And he helps Shadow. And yeah, you're trying to get to the sword.
Yeah.
Jonas.
Yeah, Jonas as well. So at the point where Kat's gonna stop to point and shot, and you see Jonas running down the ramp and off the ramp and across to the tree. He's not very fast, but he's making efforts.
Philip is also running in that direction too.
Yeah.
Just trying to get to it.
While you're running towards the sword, Philippa, you do see some of your the animals of your department. Some of them hurt, some of them sadly didn't make it, but they are helping to fight off the evil creatures.
Well, I kind of just am like stop for a second and I'm looking over and sort of it's a bit of a shock to see them dead. Like, didn't necessarily like some of them, but that's sad. And I guess I probably would pause briefly to try and tend to the nearest injured one.
Then, you find one of those animals hurt. And it does also you also notice that the creatures that your faculty head made himself, the hybrid, they are working against the school. They're working with the entity.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
No, it isn't. Jonas, you reach Excalibur. And Kat at the same time as well. So who's picking it up? Who's trying to pick it up first?
At the same time, yeah, it's up to, Jonas won't be particularly quick or speedy with it, so if you do want to try and grab it in front of him, you'll be able to. But you see Jonas's hand going out to grab the.
If I see your hand going out to grab it, I know at this point in time that you're kind of like the only person that can wield it. So if I see you go to grab it,
well, I never said he's the only one who can wield it. He is the one who pulled it out. Doesn't mean he's the only one who can wield it. It's not Mjolnir.
Gotcha. It's not Thor's hammer.
So when you reach to the sword, you are able to pick it up.
Oh, sick. Alright.
This is Arthurian legends. This is not Norse mythology.
Gotcha. Alright. Yeah. So I guess I just kind of like reach out to grab it and pick it up. And I'm just gonna look at Jonas and be like, let's hope this works. It worked on the amulet, let's hope it works on whatever the hell this thing is. And I'm gonna try to like make a beeline towards like this creature. To try to...
So you run up to the entity and try to attack it. Roll me an adventuring.
Ooh.
Okay. That's plus nothing, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Straight D6s.
Okay. All right. That's a 5.
You run up towards the entity. You try to slice it with the sword. The entity just moves a little bit to the side and you trip over parts that were left from the earth that was raised by Jonas, and you drop on your face, the sword out of your hands, and you get a wound.
Fun. I brush it off because adrenaline's pumping. I'll feel it later.
Yeah,
No
you can get a max of 2.
Okay.
So
yeah. So it's kind of like
you did lose the sword.
Did I see where it skittered off to, like when it fell out of my hand? I'm gonna like kind of crawl across and reach for it.
You try to get it, but the entity is straight above you, and that entity picks you up and takes a look at you, and you see a dark, shadowy, creepy creature that you just you can't fathom what you see. You created a lot of illusions of creatures, but not even your mind could think of something like this.
Oh, this is so messed up.
Philippa, you were healing this creature here,
Yeah.
and you do see that sword just bouncing near you, and it's lying next to you, only a few meters away from you.
I pick it up.
You pick it up.
Yeah. And I suppose I'm gonna try and stab at the guy. No, the dark dude.
The dark entity.
Yeah.
It is now holding Cat. So
Do what you have to.
Don't miss, I guess. Adventuring?
yes.
That is a 12. Hilariously
Ooh,
enough.
yes. Much better.
Ooh. On a 10 plus, choose 2.
I feel like I come out of it looking good, and I don't get hurt. Hang on, actually, no. I come out of it looking good, and I get what I was after, which is, I guess, for it to, like, have something happen with the sword. I feel like we're supposed to be destroying this thing, but I don't know if that's, like, powerful enough to do that. Just stabbing at once.
Well, with you have 2 6s, right?
Yeah.
You had a 12, so I would say that's like a natural 20.
Sweet.
So it's a perfect hit. You take a little bit of a run and you throw the sword, and it hits straight into the shadow. It drops Cat,
Whoa.
but
Ow.
I think she might have a name with it, and you land on your feet, or.
Oh, yeah.
And again, you see a light come out of it, but this time it's not a white light. It's a black darkness of a light stream, but dark, coming out of it. You hear a huge, deafening scream that you can't place what kind of creature would make it, and suddenly it explodes.
Nice.
Oh, that's messy.
Don't mess with my pets, guys.
All the dark beings around the school suddenly drop, as if they were summoned and controlled by the being, and just like robots that immediately lose their power.
Sweet.
Way to go, Philippa.
And Philippa is the hero of the school.
Let's go.
Nice.
The big creature is beaten.
He's still dead, though. That's pretty poopy.
At least you won't be complaining about how many dead students there are.
Well, let's just say that record has been broken this time.
It wasn't even my department this time. It's great.
No, it wasn't just your department, no.
Philippa, that
Technically, this is on Evans.
that was amazing. Philippa, look at this
Way
place.
to go.
I mean, you pulled the sword out. You basically, like, allowed us to, like, get the sword to throw at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're a good team, but
Yeah.
this is what the centaur said. This is what Albert said that he saw. I mean, it's accurate. It's accurate, but it wasn't enough. The whole school. How bad is the school? How bad's the building? Is it a wreck? Is it?
Well, some department buildings just are completely obliterated. And yours as well, Jonas. Your apartment building is just gone.
Dang.
And the head of your department immediately tries to blame it on someone else. As you're used to.
Yeah.
But one thing, the assistant of your department that was turned into a macaw, he's back.
Ah,
He turned back.
interesting. Is there any chance that the artifacts department that the illusionists were the mindbenders were hiding in? Is there any chance that the devastation is enough to kind of let us see into that building and see the illusionists? I don't know. Like, is there any? I don't know. That's what I was kind of imagining.
That building has been there for so many years. Do you actually think something happens at it now? No.
Nah.
Somehow that building always knows how to stay up and okay.
Listen.
And no, it's not because of the Department of Mind Bending.
Oh, I know it's not. I'm applauding us being genius enough to put our department in a building that could withstand something like that. Honestly, we're geniuses.
Yeah.
Top tier department placing right there.
I feel like the paraveterinary medicine building would be the quietest it's ever been. Like,
Yeah.
all of the animals out of the walls have just like fled.
Some small animals here and there that stay because they are territorial or they feel the safest area is their own nest. But yeah, there are a lot less animals in the department than there are normally.
That's another big problem that we have to. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I'm saying we, like I have to do anything with that. I don't. That's y'all. This was a lot. I need something stronger than a chai latte.
I suppose at some point
you hear a snap and suddenly one of the strongest alcoholic drinks is standing right in front of you, and you see, when you look behind you to see who did it, you see the little gnome that always runs the bar heard you and was like, yeah, you deserve that.
Just like lift the glass to him, like, thank you.
Yeah, you actually got what you
And
asked
throw
for.
it back.
How's that? Any more of those?
And you get one as well.
Well, guys, we've kind of done it. I mean, my office is gone, and the whole department's gone, and it looks like there's been a lot of injuries and destruction.
maybe you should take the dean's office.
That's over there. Whatever's left of it.
That's not good. I wonder.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to find somebody. The school. We did it. We saved the school. It's. We're not out of jobs.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll take a while to clean up, I'm sure, but we've managed. Wow. We should go and find, I don't know, heads department. They'll know what to do, I guess.
We. See, now we're speaking a lot of French. And so, y'all are gonna go do that. I have a date with that really cute mage over there, and I just kind of like wave and wink.
Well,
I have so much cleanup to do. And I'm kind of just like looking around at all the devastation of all of my like department's wild stuff. And also kind of like staring at the hybrids who I'm guessing are still running around causing problems.
Oh my, is that an owl bear? What are y'all doing down there?
well, Philippa, I might have to come and, I don't know. Can I have your sofa?
I mean, sure. Just, yeah. You might want a lint roller. There's a fair bit of fur on it.
Okay. Can I look down at the sword? Or who's got the sword? Philippa's got the sword. Yeah, I look down at the sword in Philippa's hand.
The sword lies in the middle of the courtyard because it was inside of the creature and the creature exploded. So the sword is now lying on the floor.
Got you.
In the middle of the courtyard.
Maybe we could take a trip back to England and get some of those wolf guys to start a new department for you or something. I kind of trundle over to pick up the sword.
Philippa looks kind of like thoughtful, like it's just occurred to her the fact that she could probably leverage this to get a bunch of trips funded at some point. England, that could be fun.
And I pick up the sword and I go, I just look up and I say, Merlin, we did it. Thanks for your help.
You don't hear anything.
Yeah.
And we will time skip ahead a little bit. Like about 2 to 3 weeks, the school has been rebuilt again. The departments are back up. There has been a statue placed in the center of the courtyard of the dean, because he did not survive, of course, so to honor him. But the school also still doesn't have a new dean. The board of directives of the entire area, they visit Pigsmoke, and they come towards you three. We have a lot to thank you for. You saved the school. You saved a lot of students. Sadly, you could not save the dean. But we do need a new dean. We were hoping one of you would become the new dean.
Jonas elbows Philippa.
I don't. I have way too much work to do right now.
You could do it, Philippa.
You could do it. I mean,
no. I'd much prefer to.
Well, I do understand you were the one that pulled Excalibur out of the stone.
But she was the one that actually used it to do something useful.
I believe you did. You also used it.
Yeah.
I believe you all three used it.
I attempted to use it, but it wasn't.
I look at Kat, and it's like, Kat, hey, you know how to run it. You know how this place works. You know more about how this place works, as well as anybody. I mean, more than anybody, you know how this place works.
Yeah, Kat. You could do it.
Never necessarily saw myself as dean of a school, but I do love Pigsmoke, and I do enjoy my job here. Okay, I'll do it.
Very much appreciated.
The honor is mine.
We'll get the paperwork in order, even though it's hell, but we do it. And we'll make sure it happens as soon as possible. And I hope you all still also stay in your normal jobs, keep teaching.
I don't know.
Because there's going to be a lot of new students next year because they heard about the heroic stories of this school, so they all want to come here.
Well,
I believe even a lot of students from Gloristaff College are transferring to this one.
Huh.
Wow. So, like, how do we feel about, like a defense class? Like, a class that teaches defense against, like, dark entities, history of dark magical artifacts, things like that. I feel we don't want
technically have it.
So it should probably be boosted a little bit then, like.
Yeah. We're going to add some more finances to the carling, binding, and sealing away department, and a little bit more to the artifacts and relics safety. Safety parts.
I would say as much as to that should probably be top priority.
Yeah.
Is the security and lockdown of the magical artifacts. Our building is massive, and we don't know a quarter of what is locked within the walls.
Should definitely get somebody to go through it and catalog everything that's there.
Would you mind doing that, Philippa?
Okay, so this is where I do the move thing that I actually get to do it. This is my life now, which is when you react to something ridiculous, over the top, mind-rendering, or appalling by rolling your eyes and getting on with it. And Philippa does that. She just rolls her eyes, pulls out a notepad, and wanders off in the direction of the
Exactly. That's what I did it.
I love it.
And so I'm gonna choose choose a nearby NPC. They're inspired by your example to keep calm and carry on. So
yeah, and Jonas, keep a close eye to especially your very, very foresight members of your classes, because
could I
apparently they know a lot.
Could I put in a request and just... Do you think maybe we could have a word with the centaurs and get more of them next year?
I think that's a good idea.
I think that is a very good idea. Yeah.
Yeah.
We might even need some centaur teachers.
Aye.
I know just the one.
Oh, and just so you know, your head of department, Mr. Smith, is arrested. Apparently, she was behind the transfiguration of the assistant, trying to blame it on Miss Wilson's department, and she tried to do that with a lot more. Wow. So we need a new head of department. You interested?
Well, I guess it means that I get a say on who gets to teach what in the teaching timetable, so
And you get top pick in delegating all responsibilities.
Let me just think about that, and yes is the answer. Yes.
Wow. I believe this is the first time you are so fast at anything you did.
No, that's not quite true. I have ran at 75 miles an hour before.
Would you might also want to start a sporting department?
Yeah.
I mean, damn.
I'll get somebody to look into that for you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you still have quite a lot to do to get the school ready for next year, because I don't think the school's gonna be open again this year. Too much damage has been done. But
so, like, who do I talk to about getting like a portrait of me, like right over like the fireplace, like right when you walk into the main hall? It's just like me, elegant and orderly.
Yeah, you can always get a purchase order in, but you also need to go through bureaucracy if it's allowed and everything. So, roll me a red tape.
I am bureaucracy. I am the dean.
Still, roll me a red tape.
For me. Okay, wait, what am I rolling?
Red tape.
Red tape. Okay.
That's
okay.
plus bureaucracy.
That's a 7. Oh, I just made it.
Yeah, you still get what you want, but you pick one underneath. One of the 3.
Wait, and that was a sorter? Okay.
No, the red tape.
Red tape. A 7, I said what I want, but I pick one. It'll be time consuming. I can wait.
Yeah, so just getting all of this fixed is taking you all till next school year.
That's fair.
So we all now know what happened to all of your characters, well, except one, but he keeps working. He gets to keep the Excalibur and is going to research that artifact. And well, this is the end of this school year of Pigsmoke.
Yes.
And you did it. You saved the school. I don't know how the school will go on now, because the most, I would almost say, evil faculty member of this party is now the dean of the school. I don't know if that's a smart move, but okay.
You should probably stop antagonizing her, Jonas.
I'll make sure our shoes stay dry.
You know what, you guys? This is the best outcome I could have thought of.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? It's brilliant. Love it.
Yeah.
Lockhart lost his mind. I became dean. Let's go.
You're dead, Lockhart.
Let's go.
Well done, guys.